Hello, my name is Matthew, and I just watched Steve Donoghue's video, his Mega Stuff video today. In part, he talks about an article in Wired. The title of the article was "It's Not Easy Being a Booktuber," and I'll leave a link to Steve's reaction. But I followed up and read the article, and it's an interview with a gentleman named Daniel Greene, who has a very large YouTube channel. It's maybe 200,000 subscribers, and the interview itself was just very disappointing. The main thing that bothered me was, for someone with such a platform and a big audience and an opportunity to talk about Booktube, and then to have such a discouraging tone, just bothers me. Most of his complaints, anyway, aren't really Booktube related. They're mostly either YouTube related or just professional problems related to how do you get lots of views. So one of the first things in the article that Daniel Greene talks about is his concern over YouTube algorithms and how he has to I guess look at them. I don't know how you look at a YouTube algorithm, but to determine what videos are going to get really popular and which ones won't. 10,000 views for a video is not very good. He wants to have 100,000 views for a video, and he goes on to talk about the pressures of it, the difficulties of it, and it's just very off-putting. At this point, I'm someone that makes book-related videos pretty consistently, and I've been doing it for about a year and a half. And when I first thought about making a YouTube channel, I waited 2 years, and at this point, that's something that I regret. When I finally pulled the trigger and started making videos, it was almost immediately rewarding. Not because I started getting hundreds of subscribers or lots of views, or found out that, like, hey, I'm just so popular or anything like that, but instead just a fun hobby for me to do. And along the way, I've met lots of people, other booktubers, and people that watch videos, and people that leave comments, and it bothers me to think that someone in Daniel Greene's position wouldn't use a platform like that to be encouraging. There's never been an easier time to make a video and then have it public and available to watch all over the world. It's as simple as can be if you have a camera and internet access, and if it's something that interests you, I really recommend it. It's something that feels good for yourself, and only has benefits. Of course, if you're interested and you try it, and you're not getting anything out of it, that, there's nothing wrong with that either. There's no embarrassment to be had, and I just feel like it's worth saying. Like, now that I'm in a position where I'm a booktuber, or maybe a certain kind of booktuber, I do feel some sense of responsibility to be encouraging and say, if you're interested at all, it's great fun. There's no stress about it. You can just hit the record button and talk. Or if you're interested in editing or graphics or audio, those are all extra things that you can do and find out um, what kind of videos you want to make. Um, but it's a fun hobby if you're interested. I guess that's all I really wanted to say. And I would also ask, if this interests anybody at all. Um, I'd be very interested to know from my other Booktube colleagues um, their opinion on the question or statement, whether it's easy to be a booktuber or if it's not easy to be a booktuber. Um, of course, there's personal challenges. For me, I'm not naturally gifted in front of a camera, and that's something I've been working on from my earliest videos where I had friends sit behind the camera, so I had someone to actually talk to making videos on my own where um, I had a lot of difficulties. I had to work on saying and stuttering and having awkward pauses or having meandering thoughts and things like that. And I feel like each month I do a better job in front of the camera than I did before. My personal goal is not only to act naturally in front of the camera, but to talk as if I'm talking to my friends Ben or Kevin or something, and try to relate that demeanor as best that I can. Um, and you could be surprised. There's a lot of people that are just naturally gifted. Jason at Byways at Bookland. I saw his first videos, and um, you can tell straight away this is someone that is great in front of a camera. Roz at Scallydandling about the books. Um, Shocked and amazed her first video just seemed like she had already been doing it for years. Total pro. But those things don't really matter. It's not a competition. It's just something to do for fun. And whether or not you're the most popular booktuber or have a small channel, you'll find people. People will find you where you have common interests and things that you can talk about and argue about and um, push in and have really hard-hitting arguments where you have to stand by your convictions or learn, find out that some of your ideas or beliefs maybe aren't as strong as you thought, or you find out that like you have opinions that you can stand by. My point is that everything is a benefit. In my experience, I haven't come across any disadvantages or negatives or sources of stress. If it wasn't easy for me to do, I wouldn't do it. If it was something that was a bother and kept me awake at night or stressing me out, I would stop and I wouldn't feel guilty about it. So that's it. It is easy being a booktuber, and if you're interested in doing it, I recommend it. Um, it's you might find out that you regret not doing it, which is my story. Um, so I'll end it there, I guess. Again, I'd be very interested to hear other booktubers, what your thoughts on this are, or your experience with whether or not it's easy or difficult being a booktuber. Um, I do feel some sense of responsibility in being encouraging to anyone that wants to do it. It's just great fun. So that's it. Leave a comment if you would like, and thank you for watching.